We're back with a brand new Laroi album update video. Laroi has just been on a roll of dropping singles and giving us little bits of news and snippets and everything, so let's go ahead and jump into what has happened recently. This past Friday, Laroi went ahead and finally released the song I Guess It's Love. This song had quite the controversial cover art, but we also did get the music video finally today. My thoughts on the song is that it's growing on me. I think I like the other singles Laroi's dropped this year that are actually going to be on the album. And that's a reminder that I Guess It's Love is not going to be on the album all, it's just a one-off single. There was a little bit of controversy on the way that the song was released with this brand new mix and brand new version. Now, if you listen to the leak, Guess It's Love was the only leak I had been listening to just because the song never dropped last year, and that was like my absolute Laroi grail. So after a little while, I finally just gave in because there was no Laroi album last year. Turns out I kind of just shot myself in the foot because I got so used to that version and listening to that I genuinely thought when that was going to release that I thought Guess It's Love was going to be Laroi's arguably best song. So when we got this new version the last Friday, I was a little bit thrown off to see that he had cut the final verse. The new beat and his new kind of vocals don't really bother me that much. I'm pretty used to them, and the song is growing on me. Like, I do like this song, I'm not complaining. On Twitter last night, Laroi went ahead and talked about that final verse that was being cut. Here's what he had to say.
I mean, yeah, to make a long story short, I was originally going to scrap the entire song and everything. It doesn't really represent where I'm at right now, and it doesn't really represent the growth that I've had personally. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's not really what I want to say anymore, to be honest. So
now that I have that explanation from Laroi, I honestly have to, stick with the artist on this one. I really do respect Laroi as an artist and the direction he's taken. I'm very excited for his album and where he's gone in his career. So it makes me feel a little bit better about not having that final verse on the song. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments on your opinions on Guess It's Love. Next, I wanted to talk about a few snippets that we recently got from Laroi. On TikTok, he went ahead and posted a new version of the Heaven snippet. I just think this song has to make the album at this point, especially with how much Laroi has been previewing it recently. I think it would be a good album song. Another snippet that I don't know if I brought it up in the last video or not is Tear Me Apart. This is a full CDQ final version of the song that Laroi went ahead and posted on TikTok. I already expressed how much I love this snippet. It is confirmed by Laroi to, officially be on the album, and that song just sounds like one of his best. Then we got a couple more snippets from Instagram stories. There was a new Untitled one, had kind of a different sound and feel to it than what we've been hearing from Laroi on these snippets. And then there was another one that people are speculating could be the song You, which is confirmed on the track list. We don't have a snippet of that. If not, it could be again kind of just another Untitled. Speaking of the album, Laroi kind of had an interesting tweet the other day mentioning FL, TFT, SCUM. I think FL obviously stands for F Love, that whole series that he put out first, and then second after that we have TFT, which is obviously the first time, which is the album he's about to put out here in March. And then we have SCUM, or maybe it's SCUM, I'm not sure, just because that is an actual word. This probably, if we follow the pattern here, that's probably his next project. Now, I don't want to dig in too deep, what it is and what snippets are going to be on and everything. We can figure out what in the future that exactly is, but it seems like Laroi has an idea for his next project after TFT drops. So the big news we finally got, going back to the Guess It's Love music video that dropped today, was that What Just Happened is going to be the next single, and we are going to be getting the TFT official release date next. I can't believe we're finally getting What Just Happened. We kind of thought that was going to be like one of the first singles to release, but here we are. It's going to be the fourth single for the album, which is pretty crazy. I'm so glad that we are getting this song. Previously, Love Again was one that I really needed. I thought was so catchy. Truthfully, in my heart, I've always wanted What Just Happened to drop. This song has just been performed and snippeted for like half a year, maybe even longer at this point. We know What Just Happened is coming next. We're not exactly sure what the exact date is for that. Is it going to be this Friday, next Friday? I would expect it to be one of those just because that's a schedule Laroi has been on this year. Also, I don't know if that will have a music video or not for it, just because all the other 4 releases we have this year have had music videos. Last thing I want to talk about in this video is when is the album actually gonna drop. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my guess. Obviously, Laroi is gonna give us the date when we also get What Just Happened, so we'll be talking about that officially when I make the next TFT update video for you guys when that song drops. But I just wanted to say again, his tour starts on March 22nd, so we only have so many Fridays for the album to drop. We have the 3rd, which we kind of just need to cross off because that's this Friday. We obviously have to have a single first. We have the 10th, which I'm gonna go ahead and say is probably not gonna happen, mainly because Laroi's label partner at Columbia Records, Miley Cyrus, is dropping her album and has been planned out for March 10th for a while now. That leaves us with the last Friday before tour being March 17th. Maybe that's what it was the entire time and we got played. Maybe it was like supposed to be the Friday right before tour. It's just kind of weird because, you know, you want to give your fans a little bit of time to learn the songs and like for the new music to spread. So that's my guess. I feel like TFT is most likely going to be dropping the 17th. I would expect What Just Happened to drop on the 3rd or the 10th. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. Remember, I have a Twitter, Instagram. Go check me out there. Other than that, I will catch you guys soon.